Hello, I'm going to show you how to make a climatograph using a Google Docs spreadsheet. So if you follow these directions, you'll be able to get that completed. First off, you should have opened the spreadsheet that says desert climate data. That's linked directly to the directions for today. And after you get it open, if you look down at the bottom, there are several different sheets which represent the different deserts. We're going to start actually with the Sonoran Desert, so yours should come up looking similar to this, where down at the bottom, Sonoran, uh, Phoenix, Arizona is kind of highlighted, and we have this data here up above. Again, what works really well for people is if you have one window open to see this video and another one open to actually do what I'm doing at the same time. Otherwise, maybe pause and get these kind of things done along the way. The first thing we need to do is to select the data. To do that, start by clicking right in the middle of the box A1 and just click and drag just through the data for the months and the precipitation. So make sure only this much is blue. So it'll end up being columns A, B, and C all the way down to 13. Don't go down here to 17. That's other data that will mess up your graph. So we just want this data here. Then we're going to click the chart insert button right here. And it'll probably look something like this. We can ignore this screen, but we're going to click where it says charts. We're going to click where it says lines, and we're going to click the top line chart. So we'll have something that looks similar to this. The problem is all of the data right now is being graphed from the left vertical axis. There's nothing on the right, and we're missing labels and things like that. So we're going to click the Customize button, and first off, we're going to make a chart title. The chart title will be just what it reads down there. So Sonoran Desert, Phoenix, Arizona, Climatogram. You can leave out the word Climatogram if you want. And we're going to scroll most of the way to the bottom where it says lines. If you click on where it says average temperature, it'll have average temperature and average precipitation. Average temperature right now is being graphed off the left axis, which is correct. So we're going to click average precipitation, and we're going to move that to the right axis. That way we'll get two axes set up. And that makes everything look incredibly messy, which is wonderful. Then we're going to go up to where it says axis, where if you look on there, it'll be horizontal and two verticals. Let's click the left vertical axis first. That's going to represent this axis, which was what we've been using for the temperature. So the left vertical axis title, we're going to write temperature in Celsius. The minimum and maximums will be sitting right here for you for every graph, so you can just put those in there. So the left minimum is 0 and 40, and that's going to go from 0 to 40 then for us. Then we'll click where it says left vertical and move over to the right vertical axis. The right vertical axis is precipitation. The minimum is still 0, and then the maximum is 80. And then we'll have a graph that looks like this. And this is where these climatograms are so important. The data has very, very little precipitation, and this graph clearly shows that. Precipitation is below the temperature the entire time. The Sonoran Desert is quite dry. At this point, we're pretty much done, except in precipitation, we should put millimeters. And then we will be completed. At this point, we can press insert, and you're all completed with your first graph. Then finally, you will sketch this graph on your paper that you received today. The sketch should have whatever the bottom is and whatever the top is, and if the bottom is below 0, it should have a 0 line in there as well. So it could have a negative number, a 0, and whatever the top number is, a negative number, a 0, and whatever the top number is. Or it could just have 0 and a top number. putting a number in the middle wouldn't be bad either. You don't have to graph it perfectly like this. For the months, if you have January, July, and December, that's perfectly okay. Just enough so we get an idea as to what the graph looked like, and then get the lines in about the right place. All right, thank you. Have a good day.